Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and if you're watching this, there's a chance that you may have come here because you saw one of my cruise videos, Carnival Cruise Line videos. I take cruises fairly often on Carnival Cruise Lines. And if you did, well, you'll be excited to know we're going to do a cruise today with this set of videos. This is the start of my land cruise on Amtrak train lines here in the United States, taking their route, the California Zephyr, from Denver to San Francisco, renowned as the most beautiful stretch of track on Amtrak. Is it? I don't know. Does it live up to the hype? We'll see. I took my son with me this time. Now, he and I have gone on a overnight train trip on Amtrak before. We've also done shorter journeys on Amtrak, but we've done an overnight train trip before to Chicago from my hometown here in Norman, Oklahoma. We went down to Fort Worth, changed trains, went up to Chicago. It was excellent. We really enjoyed it. The views along that were great too. Don't get me wrong. California Zephyr is supposed to be the most beautiful, but that also was a really interesting and beautiful stretch of track on Amtrak. In this case, we did have to fly to Denver. There's no easy way to get from Oklahoma to Denver by train. So we flew to Denver, and that's where we're going to start, because we're going to start like we always start at the start of the trip, coming up now. Okay, so where do we start? Well, we started at the start. We started with packing. I did a quick packing video talking about going on the train. I had this idea I was going to backpack it, cross the country on the train. Very romantic. Now, I didn't do it. I did take a suitcase in the end. There was a lot more stuff I needed to take than I originally kind of thought about. Part of that had to do with the weather. The weather was a lot cooler than I anticipated originally, even though it was essentially June. It was cool in both Denver and, of course, San Francisco. So packing got a little bit heavy, but that's okay. It actually worked out fine. Plenty of room in our room, as you'll see coming up. Plenty of room in our room for our luggage. We flew out of Oklahoma City, Will Rogers World Airport. Before going, we had a little bit later flight this time in the late afternoon, which was nice. Got into Denver about 5 o'clock their time, 5:30. We had lunch at a restaurant here in the Oklahoma City area called Charleston's. It is a local chain. It's a chain restaurant. It started with just one, though, and it's a locally owned chain of restaurants called Charleston's. It's really good if you're ever in the Oklahoma area, or if they have one in your area. There's a few other places they have them outside of Oklahoma. Feel free to stop in. The service and the food is always really excellent. I'll show a few pictures here. What's also excellent now is our new airport. Our new airport terminal here at Will Rogers looks really good. In fact, I've been through a few airports of late. We'll touch on those later on in this journey, where I've really been surprised how antiquated they look. Our airport looks actually pretty good right now. We have a brand new outside of security observation area, so you can hang out and watch your friends and loved ones down there after they get through security, wave goodbye and watch their planes take off. Or if you're just not ready to go through security yet, you've got some time to kill. It's a great place to kill time as well. Lots of places to plug in, got some loungers. Really like that. I was really surprised by that. That was really nice. So we got our flight on Southwest, like always. If I can get there by Southwest, I will, because they don't give you any hassles when it's time. If you need to change your ticket, no change fees or anything like that. Now, you might have to pay more if the tickets cost more now. If the tickets have gone up in price, or you're changing to a different date and time, you might end up having to pay more. But as far as change fees, no. Easy breezy, right? Easy breezy. The other thing that was easy breezy was the airport in Denver. Really easy to get through. And they've got a rail link that connects you directly from their airport to Union Station in downtown Denver. Hello, Oklahoma City. Take a note. We're never going to get that, but we sure could use it, because it's not easy to get from our airport downtown where I live in Oklahoma City. But in Denver, it was. Quick, clean, efficient rail line from the airport downtown to Union Station. We had a 10-minute walk to our hotel from Union, which was the Hyatt Centric. I really liked that hotel. It was really not bad at all. Like I said, 10-minute walk straight down 17th Street from Union Station to the hotel. It was a great new hotel. It's newer. I'd have to look up exactly, but not more than a couple of years old. Very modern, very clean. Nice bar and restaurant in the lobby. We'll come to that. We did eat at that restaurant. We'll come to that in a future video. Did eat in that restaurant. The room, again, a very modern room. The decor is fairly spare, but I liked it. It worked well. The room was roomy. We had a good city view in the room. One thing that was cool was that when you opened the safe, there was a little light that illuminated the inside of the safe. Now, I know you can see from this video, someone spilled. How do you spill something on the back wall of a safe? I don't know, especially that safe. But anyway, you might not want to see that. Maybe you're going to regret the light. But I liked it. It was easy to kind of see that you've gotten everything out of the safe. That was very cool. Another thing that was cool was there was a clock on the mirror in the bathroom. Now, I've heard of that. I haven't been in a hotel yet that had that, but I have heard of that. That was very cool. I loved it. Also, when you went to the bathroom at night, there was a night light on the mirror. So when you broke, it was like when you broke the beam, right, it would pop on. So when you entered the room, it would pop on. Just a real gentle light, doesn't wake up the whole room, doesn't wake you up that much, but it gives you enough illumination to see your way around the bathroom. They had the same thing around the beds where there was like little night lights at the base of the bed. So when you put your foot over the bed, it would pop on, right? So kind of cool. I kind of thought that was really neat, really cool. The hotel itself was conveniently located. We were about 2 blocks off of, a block and a half, 2 blocks off of the 16th Street Mall, which is the great connector of downtown Denver, runs from Union Station essentially all the way down to the Capitol Federal Reserve Museum District, which is about 2 blocks off of the 16th Street Mall as well. We're going to come to that in the next video as well. But it's real easy to get to the mall for shopping, restaurants, movie theaters, points of interest, attractions, things like that. They also have a bus that runs along that mall, one on one side going one direction, one on the other side going the other direction. It's a free bus. Hop on and off because the mall's like a mile or something long. So if you're at Union and you want to go to the movie theater at the other end, you don't have to walk that whole stretch. You can just hop on the bus. It'll take you down. But we weren't there yet. Going back to the hotel, the lobby was simple, small, had a small sundries area, had a place you could grab some bottled water, and like I said, the bar and the restaurant. There's also on the deck, on the roof deck, there's a 15th floor kind of like hangout area, like a lounge, but an exterior lounge, great views of the city. There's a gym up there. I didn't go to the gym. I never seem to really go to the gym and take pictures of the gym. It was a gym. Okay, it was a typical hotel gym, like a square box with some, fitness equipment crammed in there together and like one person, like one person exercising out the entire hotel. So it was a gym. And beyond that, the beds were extremely comfortable. The pillows were extremely comfortable. I had a really good night's sleep there. It was quiet. There was not a lot of, even though it was downtown, I didn't hear a lot of sirens or traffic or noise or commotion. In fact, there was remarkably not a lot of vehicular traffic in downtown Denver, maybe because it's next to the 16th Street Mall, which is a pedestrian center. I don't know. But I really didn't feel like there was a lot of traffic or that it was hard to get around downtown from that hotel. The hotel was in a super fantastic, convenient area. I highly recommend it. That's a Hyatt Centric. It was a good deal. Maybe, I don't remember exactly the amount, a little under $200 a night. Pretty good deal. And that came with breakfast. That came with breakfast as well, which we'll tackle in the next video. But that came with breakfast as well at the Apple Blossom restaurant there at the hotel. But for dinner, we walked over to the 16th Street Mall. Now, at the 16th Street Mall, we did a little walking around. We went to Target. I needed to grab a couple of things at Target. I actually needed some toothpaste. I was almost out of toothpaste at home. So I thought, well, hell, I'll just buy some when I get there. And I did. There's a little Target downtown. It's not very big. It's like a mini Target, like a Target mini. But it is there. What can I say? And they've got a small grocery section. They've got a health and beauty section. They even had some clothes. I mean, it's like a little Target, but in miniature form. I should have taken some pictures inside, and I didn't. I don't even know how to describe it. Like a convenience store Target, I guess. Like if Target did a convenience store, that's what it would be. But it was convenient. Now, one thing to keep in mind about Denver, this is a tip about Denver. They charge for plastic bags there, when you go shopping. So some other cities I've been in have done this, like Washington, D.C. is one that pops right into my head. When you buy stuff, you either need to bring your own bag, your own plastic bag, your own canvas bag, whatever you're using, or if it's a small enough purchase, you can just carry it out, or you have to pay for the bag. Now, I think in this case, the bag charge was only 5 cents a bag, so we're not talking about something crazy. 5 or 10 cents maybe is what it was. But, if it bothers you, bring your own bag. Or, hey, if you're just feeling environmental, bring your own bag. I did not bring my own bag. I didn't know it. I didn't know that was the rule. But the great thing was I actually held on to that bag. So I did need it. I did hold on to that bag. I use it on Amtrak. I'll show you again coming up in a couple of videos. Once we're in our room on Amtrak, I did use it there. So it did come in handy, but keep that in mind. That's the thing about Denver and shopping in Denver. Now, the other thing about Denver and the 16th Street Mall, our first night was where we ate, and it was really great. Okay, after walking around a little bit, my son and I came across this place called the Modern Market. I'm going to put some pictures here, some menus here, and kind of show the location. It was literally directly 2 blocks from our hotel, so straight down at 16th and Champs Street. I guess they pronounce it that way. Or no, it's like more like Champas Street or Champas Street, something like that. But you'll see it here. It was super, super good. It was really cool, really unique. They had a nice take on things, very modern interior, not crowded at all. I think my son and I were about the only people really eating in there, but they had a ton of to-go business. So, and a ton of people just picking up and taking it with them. So they were using a lot of mobile ordering. It was super busy as far as that goes. They were working nonstop, and it was a nonstop in and out of people. So very popular, obviously. Very popular appeared to be local option because it did appear like a lot of people were coming in from work, grabbing food to go home. A lot of housing around that area. So what can I say? It was excellent. My son had a fantastic sweet potato curry soup. I had a really, really interesting take on avocado on toast. And we had pizza. Well, pizza was really good. Had like a margarita style pizza. Totally loved it. The pricing was excellent, especially for a downtown location on the mall, there. Pricing was really excellent. I think it was $30 total. That included drinks and a dessert. Like I got a Rice Krispie treat type dessert. Oh, so good. I love Rice Krispie treats. They're one of my favorites. They really are. And you can put almost anything on it and I still love it. So, because it's cereal. And my son doesn't like cereal, so I typically get to eat the whole thing all by myself. But they had that. It was good. And like I said, $30. And that included tip too. That included tip because I did tip, even though it was counter service, even though I went to the counter and I ordered at a counter. I did sit at a table and they did bring it to the table and then they kind of clear the table. They have to clear the tables afterwards. It's a little tip jar by the register. So I usually throw in a tip. And that's what I did in this case as well. So it was excellent. The avocado toast, like I said, had a neat take on it. I'm going to post the menu here. Hopefully it'll have a description because I can't remember what type of seasoning was on it exactly, but it was seasoned and you can see the picture there of it. Really, really good. My son said his soup was fantastic and it was. I had a bite of it. It was really good and the pizza was fantastic. I can't recommend this place enough. Really, really, really. I wish we had it locally here. We don't. I wish we did. It was super good. Super good. Highly recommend it. And with that, I'm going to say I also recommend that you hit like, subscribe, and notify. We're going to have a whole string of videos for this Amtrak trip. This is the start. Starting at the start. Tomorrow's our day in Denver, our port day in Denver. We're going to do a lot of exciting things there. Most especially, we're going to go to the Colorado History Museum, or History Center as they call it. But oh my God, it's an incredible city. Everything we see along the way there, everything we see, when we're done there, such an incredible city. And of course, we eat at a couple of new incredible places as well. A couple of great restaurant reviews coming up with that tomorrow. Should be tomorrow on Sunday video. In the meantime, for this video, thank you for watching.